Okay, I call myself as a Manoj, a psychological entertainer because I do a
Mm.
combination of magic, mentalism, and stage hypnotism. I can say, what is your first girlfriend name? I can reveal it on stage like blah with a like some people is amazing too, right?
Wow.
I don't know the amaze for them, but amaze for the audience. Everything I do, I plan it accordingly. So I think
Oh.
nothing will come easily. Okay, like there's a
Mm.
line, right?
Mm.
Opportunity never happens; you create them. So everything I perform, I just looking for something create out of it. Passion is very important. At the same thing, like a practical life is very important too. So you have to manage both at the same time. I never
Yeah.
work for YouTube to get subscriber. Yes, I got like now it's like 51,000 subscribers, 7,000 something like that. Subscribers was there,
Amazing.
and yeah, and the one video just got viral like 22 million views has happened.
So, hello and welcome, guys. Welcome to the 8th episode of the Alpha Pod with Abhinav. And today, as a guest, since this is a season finale, this is the 8th episode, and the guest has to be really interesting. This niche has to be really fascinating. And this particular niche is a niche that really fascinates me. And I'm very sure that it will fascinate you as well. So, let's talk about hypnotism. Let's talk about magic. Let's talk about mentalism. And we have a stage hypnotizer with us, Mr. Manoj. Welcome. And first of all, how are you feeling? How are you? And I hope you are doing good. And how are you feeling to come being featured on a podcast and discussing magic, hypnotism, mentalism, everything? How do you feel?
Oh, first of all, thank you so much for inviting for your podcast. I'm so happy to be here. First of all, yeah, I think after this COVID, I think everyone is back to work and getting started with it. I'm back right now in US again. I'm started performing for cruise ship performance again. So it was excellent. It's an excellent feeling to be following a passion and just started performing again. It's amazing. Thank you one more time. Thank you for
Yeah.
inviting me again.
So great. Like I've told that you are into hypnotism, you are into magic, mentalism. So why don't you introduce yourself once like the audience gets the gist what exactly Manoj is professionally and what does he does?
Okay, I call myself as a Manoj, a psychological entertainer because I do a
Mm.
combination of magic, mentalism, and stage hypnotism. So
Okay.
my show is it's a three different act I normally perform here. I do like a magic is like a close up magic in the nearby. So the close up magic I perform. That's something with the card, coins, and impromptu version of it. Okay. On mentalism, it's like a combination of mind reading, telekinesis. You just create an illusion in the mind, such supernatural abilities type of things. Normally, actually, it's magic
Mm.
and mentalism combination of same both. And when it comes for stage hypnotism, it's totally different from what you do with magic and mentalism. Uh, I think the word hypnotism I can clearly express in one line. Suggesting us that means uh, injecting a thought in your subconscious mind is called hypnotism, according to me. I think
Great.
that's very clear to give a small line to get a clear information what it's all about. And my
Very
show
true.
normally will be around like 45 minutes to 1 hour show.
Mhm.
Then I do like yeah, that's my show timing. Then it's a combination of like what I say, right? The show will be coming with a couple of people, then I bring it on stage and hypnotize them. I just do it's a comedy hypnosis shows. I just what I do.
Great, great. Like you have made it really easier for the audience and as well as me because you have just turned that magic and mentalism and what hypnotism is, right? So magic and mentalism, guys, if you get it, it is more or less the same thing. They both are derivatives of each other. And hypnosis being, if I'm correct, please, like if I'm wrong, please interrupt and tell what I've got. This is the understanding which I've got, that hypnotism is something really different. That is like injecting a thought in your subconscious mind and basically creating an illusion. Like people say that it's an illusion, you have done it, but it's basically something
Uh,
that is in your subconscious mind, right?
I don't say illusion when I do hypnotism. When you
Mm-hmm.
say magic and mentalism, it's that's what it's all about. Illusion. You create illusion in their mind. For example, when I do a mentalism show,
Mm-hmm.
normally I do a couple of things like I think of a ATM pin number, then I can reveal the ATM pin number of it, right? So when I do such things, right, it's an
Oh my god.
act I'm creating with. Yeah, that's what I do. Come on, I get paid
Okay.
for that. Do you believe that? It's amazing. You read people's when
Yeah.
you can say what is your first girlfriend name. I can reveal it on stage like blah with like some people is amazing too, right?
Wow.
I don't know the amaze for them, but amaze for the audience.
Yeah.
So something like that. It's amazing, great things. So to do mentalism, you should know the basic of magic, obviously, because the basics of both are same, magic and mentalism.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about, the creating an illusion in their mind. When
Yeah.
it comes to hypnotism, it's little different actually. You giving in suggestions.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying suggestion is called power of suggestion. The words that just goes in their mind and you react it accordingly. Because hypnotism works on three important things. One is you
Mm-hmm.
should have a good concentration, good
Mm-hmm.
focus, and good imagination. If only
Oh.
have these three, it works on it, because especially a lot of people have misconception about hypnotism. People always challenge me, you hypnotize me, you cannot hypnotize me, no, I'm smart. No, actually, to get hypnotized you should be smart enough. That's the truth actually, because you should have a good concentration and good focus to get hypnotized, right? So if you have lack on this, it doesn't going to work for you. So I didn't say that down, but I'm saying like it's a kind of like that, So
Great. Like
no,
you're
I'm
doing
just
some.
saying this. I'm just like I'm just use these lines because to make them what it is. Okay, I'm just said
Hmm.
it for fun before, but practically this concentration and focus is very important when once you bring them on stage, right? Because my show is like a comedy hypnosis. I use this type of jokes on the show because
Okay.
I don't know, it's you can use that in India, but here
Mhm.
it's much more when you say, oh my god, this guy is funny. That's what they think. So this
Yeah.
type of lines are so much familiar here. So that when you do a shows in India, it's like much more different than what they do shows here. Uh, the mindset of the audience is a little different. So we have to change it according to the audience actually.
Yeah, actually, I was about to come to this point, whether you perform in India or not. And if you do, is there a drastic change in the mental aspect of people, like how they react, how they think? So, have you felt that because hypnosis is being such thing where you have to get involved with the person who's on the stage and different people, different mindsets? So, what do you feel when you come to India and how different it is?
When I'm, so, for example, a lot of people who hired me for hypnotism, they would have seen my YouTube videos or anything,
Mm-hmm.
and they want to know whether it's a real or not. They just call me and ask me, and they hire me for corporate tax or anything. So when I do a shows, like I do like a combination of mind reading shows, little bit, then I just mix the hypnotism of the shows. Sometimes I don't go straight away in hypnotism because in India it's little different, and some people
Yeah.
think that I'm doing some type of different type of magic type of things, like I have like supernatural power or something. So I just try to avoid those
Kala
things.
Jadoo. People say it like Kala
Yes,
Jadoo.
yes, yes. Like when
Yeah.
you do magic, they have those things, but when you do
Yeah.
hypnotism, because the people, you can see people falling down on the floor like this, they just go for, I say sleep, people go like this. And
Mm-hmm.
when you see such things, they think like I have the control of the mind. And some people come and ask me, me and my husband has a problem. Can you change his mind? I say like, I do magic, no miracles. Okay. And that is totally different story. And
Yeah.
those type of things is different. So I don't want to confuse them. So exactly, let's come to the point. What you asked me, like when you do in India, it's a little different. It's not
Uh-huh.
the same, but I
Uh-huh.
still perform now. Like 10 years before, it's a little different mindset. Now, when you're now, it's like almost same. US and India, so
Okay.
I have the same mindset when you do a
Hmm.
magic and mentalism shows.
Hmm.
But when I come to the stage hypnotism, it's still a little bit like it's updating a little bit in India. It's not much famous like here. When the people who come for a year, they know that what is stage hypnotism is. They would have seen a lot of shows before. They know what to
Mm-hmm.
expect on it, and they
Yeah.
just come for enjoying that. They want to participate on it. While performing in India and other Asian parts, it's a little different. People are a little bit shy to come on stage too. Okay,
Very true.
when it comes towards this
Very
side,
true.
it's much more. When I said, okay, I just need like normally I put like 12 chairs when I perform in the comedy club. Then like
Mm-hmm.
when I do something like this, and I said like I need someone, the people to rush it and just come up and sit like this. So
Hmm.
it's like a little cultural difference, but plays a major thing too.
Very true. Very true. This is something, but what do you think? What do you think? This is something which I personally think upon, that whether the stage hypnotism will be a common thing in India sometime in near future, maybe
Yes,
down the
yes,
line, 5 to
definitely.
10 years, it is gonna happen. Like, are you
No, you
sure?
don't need to go for 5 to 10 years. I think I'm still performing. When I came last vacation to India, I still performed one or two shows in stage hypnotism, and it really worked well.
Hmm.
And
Oh,
because the
great.
reason is I'm doing more like a corporate shows.
Hmm.
The corporate mindset is much more. They can understand what I'm doing it on it, so
Yeah.
it's much
Yeah.
more the type of audience you choose, right?
True.
There's nothing wrong in doing other shows. It's great because you know what type of character and what type of actor suits your character. That's very important
Hmm.
when you select your type of performance.
Very true.
My show is more like a corporate shows. When you're bringing such audience, it's a little different because
Hmm.
you create them thoughts and you just go with them accordingly. Then you whatever you do, they started accepting those things and just follow my instructions. And it's much easier for me to perform nowadays in India. It's not like a difficult thing.
True. True.
And
So
hopefully it will
moving.
be developing more too.
Yeah, definitely. Like I'm really hopeful, and definitely if you come and perform somewhere, and if I get a chance to be there and be there, so I'll definitely love that because I'm really
Definitely.
looking forward to it. And yeah, moving ahead to the podcast, like discussing upon how has been your journey. So being a kid, like we all have been fascinated at some or the other age that we want to do magic, or we have been fascinated by magic. We have definitely tried magic because we have had those toy little things in those booklets, and we'll do abracadabra and things like that, right?
Yes.
So I don't know if things have started for you like that, but then definitely me, my brother, my friends have tried that. But to convert that into a career, it requires a lot of like planning. I would say requires a lot of passion driven thing. If you say there has to be a real passion to make it into a career and to make money out of it as well. And how has it been for you? Because being a kid, I never thought that these things can be ever converted into a career. And how did you thought yes, this can be a career, and how has been the journey for you into this field?
Like I never did magic when I was a kid. I started actually when I was doing my third year college. I have different degree actually. Magic is my hobby actually. I was
Ah,
working as a software engineer. That was my. I finished my engineering and work as a software. That's my profession actually.
okay.
This is my hobby. Hobbies I just normally do for my friends, my college lecturers, professors like this. They really support me in that. It's not my full time, but I'm just enjoying myself performing for them. But
Mhm.
whilst you're just traveling in that path, right? And at the end of my final year, I realized like uh, software is not my cup of tea. Like magic is more of my taste of doing it. So I just
Yeah.
selected that. But I'm still working on it. Like especially in Indian parents, when you say like you're going from your professional degree to something entertainment, and
Oh
they
my
are
god.
like so
You're
much
like,
upset because like they have no idea you can take something it's not even known something unknown entertainment thing and making it as a full-time profession and you can live out of it.
hmm.
I think it, nothing wrong on it, but I think it's how you create it around it. Because people has a different mindset, but I have a different plans actually. When I on it, I just practice every time. I practice like 12 to 14 hours, like almost in the beginning of my career time. Then while I'm developing on it, I just increased it gradually. But everything I do, I plan it accordingly. So I think
Oh.
nothing will come easily. Okay, like there's a
Mhm.
line, right? Opportunity
Mhm.
never happens; you create them. So everything I perform, I just looking for something create out of it. Any performance I do or anything, I'm just creating a new act or something. I just looking for to create something out of it. So I think that's what it just took me from a guy who's performing, got a job for 7,000 rupees to got something right now so far. I think I thought like working 13 days and working and getting 7,000 rupees. And it took me, I thought like I can work 5 days. I was getting 25,000. I think that's much better for me. So that thought has me, that's the first thought which came to me. And that's a thought has took me out of it. Because like if you want to be an employee, it's great, nothing wrong on it. I'm saying like you should know what suits you. You
True.
can for me like I'm not a good like when you say when you're working for something, it's not my thing. My thing
Hmm.
is like more about a passion what I do. My art, like
Hmm.
I'm just I enjoy being on stage. I just bring them audience when I hypnotize the reaction the audience give. Once they introduce me, the audience claps. That type of I'm addicted to that type of things personally. So
Hmm.
that has created me who I am. So I think if anyone want to do anything, but think as a passion, follow your passion. That's very important. But at the same time, you have to look at that when you're going through as a full time. You have to make money at the same time to gradually, because passion is very important. At the same thing, like a practical life is very important too. So you have to manage both at the same time. So
Very well
that's what I
said. Very
think.
well said. And it was kind of relatable for me as well because I was also into engineering. I was into technical stuff for nearly 2 to 3 years. And then after that, I took a decision that definitely like engineering is not my cup of tea. And now I have to shift to content creation, maybe podcasting and other startups, whatever I'm doing these days. So yeah, that was a tough choice to make because definitely I had passion in speaking, public speaking. I had passion. I loved when people used to appreciate me when I was on stage. I used to host a lot of functions during back that days.
Okay.
So I love that. But then to make money out of it is completely different aspect, right? And once I got that strength, that yes, I got that practicality into my head that yes, I can do it. Then only I started thinking about the transition, and it nearly took me 6 to 7 months to actually transition and take a decision that yes, full time now I have to do this. And yeah, that is very important, and that is one such pro tip if you are looking to switch your careers to your passion. So definitely try to make money as well. Keep that practical aspect into mind because as Manoj said, it's very important. Both the having balance is really important, because if you don't have money, your passion will fade away and you'll be frustrated in return. So yeah, very, very well said. Well, talking about passion, I think so that passion is one that motivating derivative, I would say, for you, that is keeping you intact into this particular niche. So that is very same for me. I particularly am a follower of my passion and I really love doing it. So how has it been for you? Like, when did you go on stage? What is that feeling, or what is that, I would say, satisfaction or feeling of contentment when you perform your passion? Whatever you are doing every day is you something that you're passionate about. So how is that feeling about?
See, like when I said the word passion, right? People always confuse a lot of things, right?
Hmm.
I'm doing the same thing again and again,
Hmm.
but that will motivate me more to do that again and again for me. That is passion. Okay,
Very true. Yeah.
but some when you do like 3 days and you get bored with it, and that's not a cup of tea, and that's not a passion. Okay, we should have a difference between what is passion and what's just like that's a temporary interest on what you do on it. Okay, the passion is you just following on it on the path, and you're able to do that continuously without getting bored with your mind and mentally and everything. I
Very
think
true.
that's very important for me. I think that's what is passion all about. Once I'm on the stage, yes, when they introduce me, the introduction, I have like a couple of things, like they say like or they were from India and they were international award winner from Las Vegas, blah blah blah. That creates the atmosphere for the people already, like something like from this level to this level. Now
Hmm.
they're already expecting something already right there. So before I'm coming to the stage, I'm just already created a magic in their mind. This guy is something out of the country, something like coming out of it. He did a lot of awards from Las Vegas, blah blah blah. And for that
My
one,
God.
when he comes out of it, right now, when I'm coming onto the stage, they started applauding for me, and then I introduce myself in a way. Then I bring the people on stage. Then I start doing hypnotism, whatever I do. Mentalism shows me hypnotism, whatever it is. But I just that helps me, like took me like this one after the show. It automatically works for me like that, and that I think the encouragement
Great.
of the audience is very important for any type of artist. Because if you're not getting a proper response from them, I think we have to work a lot on it. I think, yeah, when I started, I was zero, like it started like one by one. You cannot go like
Hmm.
this in a day, but
Hmm.
that mistakes has to be corrected every time. Still, I do a lot of mistakes. Try to correct my mistakes, but that is the stepping stone for us to go for the next level. So I enjoy making mistakes practically
Yeah.
sometimes because I don't. Yeah, of course, I get upset when I make mistakes, but I think that created me who I am right now. The guy, as
Very
I
true.
told you before, working from 7,000 rupees to this one, it's a long journey. It's very long journey for me, but that act, whatever I performed and whatever I created, and the people who really supported me, it's not just about your talent, right? And you have to be in the right place. That's very important too. You have to, as I told you, right? You have to think smart in some point of view to move further what you're right now. So those
Hmm.
are the things. It goes in my mind all the time, and I always believe this. Like some people say, like law of attraction. I believe in that type of things. Like when you put it like this, you just think it works automatically.
Oh my God.
Okay, just
Yeah.
go with it and just work on it. Yeah,
Yeah, I also talk a lot about law of attraction and stuff. So we'll not go to down to that lane, because I guess
not of
yeah,
that part.
yeah, we'll just keep it, maybe save that for some other podcast episode. Maybe we can have that
Yeah,
conversation offline. But yeah, definitely, like, this happens. This is very true. Everything which you have said, that happens. And I would say one more thing when it comes to passion is like working hours. They tend to increase,
yeah,
like when you're working for yourself, something which you really hone, which you really want to enhance, right? So you have to devote some hours. And I'm sure in during your initial phase, you must have like genuinely devoted that hours. That's why you are Mr. Manoj as of now, whatever you are doing today. So that is the same case with me, because when it comes to passion, guys, please be very particular that you have to work hard. When you are working for yourself, when you are doing something that you really love, you have to work hard. Because I have experienced it. I was in a job like Manoj. I was also in a job after 7 o'clock. Nobody, not even my boss, never had that thing ki this guy will ever open his laptop after 7 o'clock, because I was that particular. I was that professional. I was like, dude, I'm
yeah,
getting paid for 7 o'clock till 7 o'clock. After that, I'll not open my laptop. Simple as that. And
yeah,
as of now, it's 1 o'clock. Abhi. And like meanwhile we are recording, it's 1 o'clock in the midnight for me. It may be something. It may be in morning in the US for Manoj, but for me it's like midnight, and I'm still recording and I'm enjoying it. Right. So that is what passion comes up. Like that is the magic of passion, if I would say. Ki if you have to follow, you have to invest your time, energy, and patience. But in return, you get all the happiness, contentment, and satisfaction that you see on Mr. Manoj's face, and maybe if you can see it on my face as well. So yeah, moving ahead. We'll talk about some scope related thing, like if a child who's like 15, 16 years old and he's really enthusiastic about this niche about hypnotism or maybe mentalism, and he wants to pursue it as a career. So what is that one little trip or maybe advice you will want to give him, like whether it is the right time to start, is there a scope maybe in India or maybe abroad, and how to take it further, like how should he approach this line?
Yeah, I think like there is no such a good time. You have to
Hmm.
start when you feel it. I think like there you cannot wait for the good opportunity happens or the good time to come for you. You know?
Hmm.
Whenever once you decided you started working on it, you just go for it. There is
True.
no secret for success. Like
There's no
that's
set
true. According
pattern,
to
right?
no,
Like it's
no,
not a
there's
set
no
pattern.
pattern. No, no,
I
it
get it.
doesn't
Yeah.
work like yeah. See, if you want in my field, if you wanted to be like a magician or mentalist like this, I think I started with a book actually.
Okay.
Book is very good. I think there's a nowadays it's much more open. You can search on net or anything. You get a good books. Check with the good books. Check with the good authors, and you can start learning the basic moves of magic and everything. Because the books are the great things according to me. Because like if you learn looking for someone who's doing some videos and you just try to copy it, maybe
Hmm.
that guy who's handling is wrong. Okay, maybe that look like nice, but once you're performing in the real world, I think that is going to put you in a very bad situation. So when
True.
you're getting it in the right book or something like from the right person, you can what do you say? You can create like a heart, like what is it, like a statue when you sculpture do it right. You just create yourself like a perfect art. So that's what I think is very important when you started on it. Doesn't matter book videos, doesn't matter whatever you wanted. Just search for it, you get it, and just practice it.
Yeah, and be very particular and professional. And one thing which Manoj mentioned maybe 5 minutes ago, that was please rethink whether it is your passion or it is just your hobby, a thing which you like to do. And please be very sure if you are getting into magic or maybe any field, like हर चीज को passion मत समझ लेना. ठीक है, that is one I would say learning which you can take, that some things are good for only 3 4 days and after that you get bored, and a passion is something which motivates you every day. You do the same thing, you do the same thing every day, but it motivates you and wants you to learn more and more. So that is what passion is, according to me and according to Manoj as well. And he just mentioned this point, so I just wanted to add this point over here as well. So yeah, thank you, Manoj. And towards the end of
Yes.
the podcast, we are nearly at the end of the podcast, but at the last, I just wanted to pitch in your YouTube channel. So I was really fascinated about the growth, and I've seen like it's more than 50,000 now. So first of all, congratulations, 15,000 subscribers.
Thank
That
you.
means a lot. And being a YouTuber, I know how it like what all it takes. But then I've heard you a couple of times off air, and you have said that it has grown organically for you, and you have not paid that much attention towards the YouTube aspect, growth part. So how has been the YouTube journey for you? And what are the like intakes and what are the inputs, or maybe that one viral video, so which you can talk about?
Yeah, like I'm not a YouTuber guy. I know like, a lot of people are doing as full-time YouTubers, but I'm not a
Yeah.
YouTuber guy. I
Uh-huh.
use my YouTube as a promotional thing, like other social website like a Facebook or whatever it is. Right? There's
Hmm.
a lot of things, Instagram, everything. So I'm using same thing like this. I'm using Instagram, sorry, YouTube. I was having a couple of videos, but recently I started doing hypnotism. So I was trying to promote my videos in a couple of ways. I never put my food shows on my channels because I just
True.
put my clips. They
True.
can from the clips they can have a clear idea what my show look like and they can see what factors happening there. But
Yeah.
I personally feel like that are the like a promo type of things. They can know
Mhm.
what is happening, what I am, what type of guy is. Everything will be can see from that point of view.
Yeah.
Because once they hire me, right, I don't want to do the same thing what they see on the my channel. I wanted to give them something different, something
Exactly.
new, which they never
Hmm.
experienced on the videos.
Hmm.
So it's not like music or music like that type of thing. You can love hearing every time, but magic is something like astonishing, something new. You feel it like this. So I just wanted to give some experience for the audience to when they are on the hire me as anything like a corporate or whatever it is. I just want to give them such things. So that's why I just put it on it. Yeah, the channel subscription is I never planned for it. That's not my cup of tea. As like a lot of people, excellent workers are there. I never
Yeah.
worked for YouTube to get subscriber. Yes, I got like now it's like 51,007 subscribers, 7,000 something like that. Subscribers was there,
Amazing.
and yeah, and the one video has just got viral, like 22 million views has happened. Yeah, before doing hypnotism, my branding has been like I do a pickpocket. That was my branding. Not in the street. I'm just like in a performance point of view,
Hmm.
pickpocket magician. So I do like a remove watch, a tie, wallet, a belt, like this type of things. Yes,
Yeah.
trust me. Yeah, like it's fun when I will, especially when I have an elegant night on the cruise, everything. I will be performing this. I remove the guy's tie, belts. They have no idea. They don't feel anything. That is a beautiful part of when you do hypnotism.
Whoa.
So this was happening, and I was back home before coming here. I was doing shows in back home. Then I was in the airport, and one guy person was asking to do magic. Then I did with two girls right there, and I took a watch. Okay. And I never expect that would video would be going viral. And I just put it like I think it's almost 5 years before I just posted that video, very old video of mine. I look totally different, and everything was different. And I posted it, and it's suddenly this COVID things, right? Everything is going bad, and suddenly one of my video like gone like boom, it's 22 million. I have no
Whoa.
idea how this gone like this, everything, and it just happened, you know.
Yeah.
It's good in a way. Everything happened for good, so it just happened like that. Yeah, I'm happy for it anyway.
Great. Yeah, yeah, you should be happy for that. And yeah, I'll guys, for you guys, basically, he's trying to say that his YouTube channel is a trailer of what he does, and the whole movie is shown in his stage shows. So yeah, that is what he wanted to
Exactly.
convey. And you can definitely have a look at the trailer and the things at the gist that what tricks he performs at his YouTube channel, which I'll definitely link down in the description. So please check it out. I'll also mention the Instagram handle which Mr. Manoj uses, so that you can connect with him and maybe you can have a chit chat if he wants to. And yeah, that is it from this. And thank you, Mr. Manoj, thank you for sparing your important time and being with us over here. So any concluding thoughts, how did you feel being on this podcast?
No, I'm very happy to be here, Abhinav. Like you've been like so much easier to talk with you, and it's been like I never felt like a podcast actually. It just
Yeah,
gone
yeah,
like it's just like a talking with the people, friends.
it's a
You know, that's
candid
much more
conversation. That's
fun.
what I try to
Yes,
do
yes,
personally. Yeah.
yes. No, I really like the way you just broadcast. It's like excellent. I really enjoyed it. And as always says, right? I always says two lines with me, like follow your passion, and
Mhm.
opportunity never happens. You just create it out. That's
Very
it.
true. Very
So
true. Very true.
yeah,
Like this is one line which actually you should follow. And definitely, guys, keep working on your passion. If you're pursuing your passion, keep working for it. Keep thriving for it. Give the time. Have patience. And I would say people get lucky, but luck has a different definition for me. I personally say that L stands for labor, U stands for understanding, C stands for the capturing power, and K stands for the knowledge. If these four things are not intact, then that luck factor will never be applicable. So, guys, please be very particular. If you're following your passion, you have to be dedicated, you have to be devoted, like Mr. Manoj. And here he is at our podcast at the season finale. And thank you for being here, Mr. Manoj, again. And thank you guys for listening this podcast up till this point. If you are here till this point, please do like, share, and subscribe. If you are watching it on YouTube, if you are listening it on any other audio platform, please follow the Alpha Pod with Abhinav. This is the season finale. We are finishing this season with a bang with Mr. Manoj, and definitely this. Personally, this was my most fascinating and interesting episode out of all the 8 episodes, I would say. Yeah, that was it. Like I was really looking forward for this one, and definitely you made time. That was amazing, and he's such an humble person, guys. You can connect with him. I'll link all the description, all the links which he uses in the description. And thank you for being here. We'll come up with another season very soon with a new approach, with new niches, with new content creators. And thank you for being here. I'll see you in the next one. Till then, take care. Bye bye. Jai Hind.